Wow. Just wow. The Lego Eldorado Fortress. I just can't wait until the set is totally finished so that I can share with you the complete build. But don't worry, I'm going to share with you a big part of the build in this particular video. This is Grandpappy Bricks here, and you may have seen my YouTube short where I kind of make a fool out of myself because I'm so excited about buying this set. Well, I had good reason to be excited. And I'm even more excited about building it. And I can't wait until the build is finished. So I got to share with you what I've done so far. I'm going to share with you the build in progress so that you can come along with me as a senior Lego builder. Let's see, what should I call myself? An SFOL, a senior fan of Lego. We need to start that club. Now, this build is big. It's 10 bags of parts, but it's not the biggest Lego set out there. But it's certainly one of the biggest that I've ever built, which is going to be good practice for building the Disney Castle set with my adult children soon, because that's gigantic. This particular build, the Eldorado Fortress, is so exciting to me because while I love, movie intellectual property sets based on Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, and all those other big movie franchises, I have a real soft spot in my heart for Lego sets that are not based on intellectual property licenses because these non-licensed sets, the ones that are not based on anyone else's movies or their stories, they present to us fantasy worlds that we can all access in our imaginations and that we can world build on our own just by ourselves. I mean, Star Wars and all the movie licensed Lego sets, they encourage good fantasy play. I'm not knocking that, but it's hard to rewrite the Star Wars universe, right? I mean, it's such an iconic universe that it is what it is. And when we play in that world, we're in that world. But these non-intellectual Lego themes, the themes that Lego embraced long before they had licensing deals, these are open-ended for our imaginations. And that's exactly what excites this old middle school teacher about sets like the Eldorado Fortress set. This is our world, and we get to imagine it any way that we want to write it. And it's kind of how Lego began, right? I mean, with iconic fantasy themes like space and castle, and finally, pirates. And with these themes, we can write any story that we want. And so it is with this set, the Eldorado Fortress, which fits in nicely with the pirate theme that Lego has so graciously been reintroducing to us lately, like with the 3-in-1 pirate ship that I built. They've also done that with a castle theme, and I'm so excited about that. Now, everything about this Eldorado Fortress set promotes open and imaginative play. Even, yes, the minifigs. I mean, it's really cool to have like a Dumbledore minifig in the Harry Potter sets, and I love that kind of stuff. But to me, nothing beats having a minifig like Admiral with a special hat. And I can name this guy anything I want, and I can create a whole backstory that I write on my own. And speaking of backstory, this set is based on the classic Eldorado set, which was released, I think, in 1989. Correct me if I'm wrong. And consisted of a little over 450 parts and a bunch of minifigs. Now, in 2023, Lego re-released this particular set, the new Eldorado Fortress set. It's a big build. There are 3 instruction booklets. But as the first part of my build, I just chose to concentrate on the main part of the fortress. And you can see the first part of the instruction book here that there are 4 bags to build in this section. So the final build of the section looks like this, and I'll take you on a little tour of it right now. The original classic set had kind of a prefabbed base to it. It wasn't brick built. And what makes this build stand out is that all the base foundation, including this ramp up to the doors of the fortress, is brick built. And even though it's a pattern, it's not a boring or tedious job to build it at all. It was just plain cool. And from the view of this foundation, you can see that the lower level of the fortress, the first line of defense, has a cannon that rotates by the way, and that brick-built path that I spoke about going up to the gates. Now, as we move up to the next level, you can see like a heavy door protecting the interior of the fortress. as well as gun posts in the ramparts where sharpshooting soldiers can guard against attacking pirates. Arg! Now, finally, on top of the highest rampart, we find another cannon right there and a generously sized flag flying the colors. Now, as we move around to the rear section of the build, you can see that Lego has spared nothing in detail. There's even a fireplace with a pot cooking. I hope that's not monkey stew in there. Nah, monkey's much too fast for that. There's places to store weapons and even a little key hanging. And as we move up a level, we can see the commander's quarters, protected by that heavy door we saw from the view of the front. And finally, a rear view of the back of the ramparts with that second cannon position. Just wow. I mean, this set is just so cool. Now, aesthetically, I think Lego hit it out of the park here with its gleaming white bricks accented with yellow and gray, which are the basic colors of this fortress. One of the best minifigs comes with this section of the build that I just built. It's an admiral, and he's got like his mutton chop like facial hair and his very official hat, including a plume. I just have to tell you, this set rocks. I was right to be excited by it. I think as a senior builder of Lego, I found this build challenging but not overwhelming. And one of the nice parts about this particular set is that it also comes with the electronic iPad schematics so that you can view any view of the build in 3D. So not only do you get the official booklet, but you can also access on your iPhone or iPad, and I think it works with Android too, you can access the electronic plans. Now, as a grandparent, this would be an unbelievable set. You would be the coolest grandparent around if you could build this with a grandchild at around, say, age of 10. And even as a parent, if you have a child around 10 years old or an adult child like I've got, this build is just fun. And you'll have a blast. Believe me, I promise you. Now, I'm stoked. I look forward to sharing with you the next part of this build. And if you found this video helpful to you, hit the like button, subscribe. This really helps my channel. Also, it'll let you know when I post the next part of this build, which I hope to do really soon because I'm really having a blast building it. So, in the meantime, this is Grandpappy Bricks saying thank you so much. And until next time, remember, no matter what your age, build, baby, build.